What's good, ladies and gents? Welcome to the MKO Pugilism Boxing channel where we talk all things boxing. Remember to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Make sure if you hit the notifications bell if you're new and put that on all once you've subscribed so you get notified straight away of all the latest content as and when it drops. So last night was quite the epic night of boxing. We had the 5 versus 5, Matchroom versus Queensbury, Queensbury versus Matchroom, 5 of the best from Matchroom versus 5 of the best from Queensbury. And bit of breaking news there that Queensbury done a job on Matchroom. Queensbury, basically destroyed Matchroom last night. I mean, it was quite something. It was that was don't get me wrong, all the fights were quite even, so you could sort of see them either way. But yeah, starting from the bottom of the card, I kind of favoured Craig Richards going in against Willie Hutchinson. But it turned out to be the opposite. Willie Hutchinson was able to dominate Craig Richards. I thought it was going to be a lot closer of a fight. I thought Craig Richards could maybe dominate from the outside with his straight punches, and I thought he had a very good chance of. I kind of thought he's sort of the favourite for that fight, but it was the opposite. He gets dominated. We had then Nick Ball versus Raymond Ford. And this was probably the, I would say, the closest fight of the lot. One of the closest of the lot. Probably this was the closest, the real back and forth between both. But then Nick Ball, he does the better work in the fight. He gets the job done. And, it's 2-0 up to Queensbury already. And then we go in Shiraz versus Williams, Shiraz versus Emma Williams. And again, with that one, Williams has his little bits of success, but Hamza Shiraz just tucks up well. And I think the biggest problem for Emma Williams was that he would have his success, but then he just couldn't break open the defense of Hamza Shiraz. Hamza Shiraz just shelled up, and he had this tight guard that Williams just struggled eternally, and he never really did penetrate the guard. He just sort of tried to get in close and lean on Shiraz, but nothing he did worked for any length of time. He just had a few moments here and there where he'd land good shots, but then he wasn't able to be consistent with it, and he just got, in the end, he just got caught. He was vulnerable and open to the counters, and he gets stopped as well. So that's like 4 points, I think, and they're down again. And then the realistic chance that Matchroom had of possibly turning it around was in Filip Hrgovic, because Filip Hrgovic, he's beaten Zhilei Zhang. He's looked like a guy that's a definitely hot prospect, definitely of top quality, and so going in against Daniel Dubois as an undefeated fighter, I think he was kind of favoured to win that one. But then he gets done over by Daniel Dubois. He gets stopped by Daniel Dubois. So then it's an unassailable lead, and every Queensbury fight has done the business. And then we go into the final one, and the final one was probably the most shaky of them all, because we know that Zhilei Zhang, okay, he's kind of just a 6-round fighter. He doesn't have the energy to do all the rounds, but he goes in there against Wilder. Wilder looks off balanced, and Wilder, you can tell that he's very weary of Zhang. He doesn't have his balance. He doesn't have his feet about him. His skinny legs. He's got the disadvantage of about 70 pounds. There's about 70 pounds difference in weight between them. So he goes in there, Wilder, and unfortunately for Wilder, when he does land his right hand, this time it's off the back foot, and Zhang kind of sees it coming, and even when he lands it flush, Zhang just takes a little step back and then comes in and does his work, and Zhang just completely and utterly was too big and too strong for Deontay Wilder, and he just bullies him into all the different corners. Wilder was just stretching his left hand out, trying to, never really throwing a jab. I don't think throughout the whole fight, he might have thrown maybe one jab throughout the whole fight. All he was doing is just fencing with that left hand, hardly ever following it up with anything, with any hooks or right hands or anything, just fencing with that left hand. But in the meanwhile, Zhang's dominating and bullying him and pushing him back, making him off balance. And when Zhang's landing his big shots, you can tell Wilder feels it. And in the end, Zhang hits him so hard that Wilder actually spins around with off the impact of the punch, and his back's to Zhang, and then Zhang comes and I think follows it with like a right hook and puts Wilder to sleep, and puts Wilder away completely. Wilder doesn't know where he is, and that's it. Clean sweep for Queensberry Promotions, and Frank Warren must still be grinning from ear to ear because it was a great night for them. I mean, every fight was good. I mean, the closest Matchroom came to winning really was Filip Hrgović, the early part of that fight. That was, where it looked like Hrgović was on top. And I think Raymond Ford, he probably, points-wise, came the closest to winning. So, yeah, clean sweep for Queensberry Promotions. Queensberry Promotions are going to have they'll have a long celebration now. $3 million extra or pounds extra, whatever currency they've done it in. Massive bonus for the fighters, and the fighters were brilliant, all of them, from Hutchinson to Shiraz to Nick Ball, to Daniel Dubois to Filip Hrgović. They all performed excellent. They all boxed out their skin. So really and truly, you can't begrudge them the victory. And this was something that I must admit, I thought it would be more competitive than this. I thought that probably Matchroom would get a win here or there, maybe Raymond Ford, someone like that, but clean sweep. So congratulations to Frank Warren, Queensberry Promotions. Eddie Hearn is going to be eating humble pie now because, that was a clean sweep. And that was kind of a bit of an embarrassment, really, that not even one fighter was able to pull off the victory, even the one that was favoured in Filip Hrgović. So, yeah, big victory for Queensberry Promotions. They've got the bragging rights now, and His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh said, you know what, now I think Eddie has to return. Eddie was messing about trying to kick at him. But, yeah, it's, great for Queensberry. And I think it's great for boxing as well because regardless of who the winner is, we've seen two of our premier promoters, two of the biggest promoters in the world, two big rivals with good stables of boxers, put all the boxers on the line and, fought it out. And this is brilliant to see promoters like this working together. And hopefully we'll see more of it. Hopefully we'll see Boxer and Ben Shalom working with these guys and Top Rank and all the rest of them. This is what we want to see. Fighters and promoters working together for the goodness of the sport, for the greater good of boxing. So yeah, brilliant stuff. Really enjoyed it. A great night of boxing, and congratulations to the winners, Queensberry Promotions. So let me know what you thought about this clean sweep for Queensberry Promotions. And until next time, it's MKO Pugilism over and